How much are you spending, would you say, over the next few years?
$600 billion.
How much money will you be investing?
$600 billion.
$600 billion. All right. What about Microsoft?
Close to, in the United States, around $75 to $80 billion.
Dollar rules all over the world. Americans estimate GDP is about $28 trillion. When you hear about USA, you instantly think about Apple, Google, Microsoft. Apple alone made $391 billion in 2024. That is more than the GDP of 160 countries. But is Americans' real strength in its economy or just few trillion-dollar giants? Now let us look at India. India is just at $4 trillion. We are one of the fastest growing major economies in the world, clocking at 6.5 GDP. India has a long way to catch up to $28 trillion, but with the current investment strategy, India is just playing smart. So let us decode how American invest versus how Indian invest. Modi versus Trump investment strategy for its nation. Whether Google, Microsoft, Apple really prove that America is smart. And finally, what all it means to your portfolio. Stay till the end, because the conclusion might just change how you think about the future of money. Namaste friends, I'm Rohini and you're watching the knowledge series of fincash.com. The US invests in domination, that is cutting-edge technology, defense that cost as much as the next 9 countries combined, and innovations that shape the world. But here is the catch. This comes at a massive cost. As of 2025, US gross federal debt was crossed $37 trillion, which was about 120% of the GDP, the highest since the World War II. Yet American has a weapon most nations cannot dream of, that is its company. Apple earns revenue 60% of outside the US. This is the same with Google and Microsoft. Even if the US is drowning in debt, American companies keep bringing money back home. As an investor, here's your takeaway. American strategy is built on bold, risky bets, that is borrow today and dominate tomorrow. It is like playing on credit, but with confidence that the world will always keep buying your products. India's approach is a bit different. Instead of running high on heavy debt, India focuses on steady growth that compounds over time. India's debt is around 57% of GDP. That is far below Americans' 120%, and most of it is domestic. We borrow from our own people, not foreign creditors. In terms of capital expenditure, India allocated 11.11 lakh crores, that is 3.4% of GDP, towards highway, railways, power grids and digital infrastructure. In terms of defense, allocation is 6.21 lakh crore with rising exports worth 23,000 crores, that is to 90 plus countries, and the target is 3 lakh crores defense production by 2029. But India's real bet isn't just infrastructure, it is its people. India is the world's youngest country, where the average population is at age of 28. This young force will not only drive India's growth but also the world's. For decades, India has seen a country of shortage, but now it is one of the world's fastest growing economy. Not just a market to sell into, but a market to partner with. While the US prints on credit, India plants seeds for a long haul. It may not dominate overnight, but it is building a sustainable rise. Leaders do not just run countries, they run your wallet. In India, individual investors now account for 61% of India's mutual fund AUM. Retail investors are 27%, HNIs are 33.7%, meaning every 4th rupee in mutual funds today come from an average Indian householder. But here's the kicker. Retail investors' AUM has grown 8 times in past 10 years, outpacing the overall industry's growth 6 times. As of June 2025, SIP AUM alone crossed 15.31 lakh crore, forming 20.6% of entire mutual fund industry. But this isn't just saving. It's a collective national building capital. When crores of Indians put 5,000 in systematic investment plan, That money flows into Bharat bond ETFs, infrastructure funds, PSU bank recapitalization, renewable energy projects. In other words, India's retail investing wave is quietly building highways, metro, digital infrastructure, power grids, without even most people realizing that they are funding it. And this didn't happen accidentally. The government designed it so that people save money and that fuels the country's economy. Tax intensive like ATC, ATD, NPS made investing cheaper than leaving money idle. Schemes like Atal Pension Yojana, NPS, Bharat Bond ETF channelized middle class saving into infra and bonds. Investment is now made easy with amount as low as rupees 10. So every sip you start doesn't just grow your wealth. It literally funds India's highway, metro projects, startup, power grids. Back in 2017, Donald Trump announced a big tax cut.
And now we're going to pass the largest tax cuts in American history.
He reduced corporate tax, what companies pay on their profits, from 35% to just 21%. For business, this was like a jackpot. They saved billions in taxes, had more money left to reinvest, and naturally the stock market celebrated. In fact, the Dow Jones jumped about 25% in that year alone. But here is the catch. Most of its benefit stayed at the top with large corporations, CEOs, and wealthy investors. The middle class didn't really see the money flowing into their pockets. Over the time, the gap between rich and average American middle class increased. Modi's idea is to make middle class the backbone of the growth through savings and systematic investment plan. While Trump's idea is to lower taxes for rich and big companies, expecting that their success will eventually benefit everyone else. And these tech giants do not just thrive in US. They grow because the whole world is paying them. The iPhones you buy, the ads that you click on Google, the subscription that you pay for the Netflix. So the American strength lies less in its citizen prosperity and more in its corporation dominating the global market. When we compare companies with countries, the number shocks us. Yes, Apple may earn money more than the GDP of many countries, and Google may seem bigger than the economics. But wealth alone doesn't define true wisdom. American today shines with its tech giants, but India's strength runs deeper, built on thousands of years civilization knowledge. Long before the Wall Street, India gave the world the Arthashastra, ideas of prosperous economy, taxation, trade and governance. Our ancient ports connected with us to Rome, Greece and South Asia, proving that creating wealth is really in our DNA. The real question is not whether India can compete with Apple or Microsoft. The real question is, can India create its own global champions while staying true to its root? That is the wisdom that once made us the wealthiest civilization on the earth. Because India never just consumed world's idea. We have always given mathematics, science, spirituality, philosophy, and knowledge for almost every areas. So what all it means for your portfolio? You can build a portfolio that captures India's growth story while also keeping a small exposure to global giants for balance. Because over the next decade, India is set to be a big wealth creator. It is your money, invest smartly.